Hey everyone, welcome back to the Old Charles. Today we are diving deep into a question I get asked all the time about a coin that so many of you have in your jars and boxes and purses right now. We are talking about the 1983 United States quarter dollar. Let's find out together what this common date coin is really all about and if you might just have a small fortune sitting in your pocket. So here it is. A standard 1983 P quarter from the Philadelphia Mint. Nothing special looking about it, right? It's a bit worn. It's been in circulation for decades. It's what we call a circulated coin. For the vast majority of these 1983 quarters, that is exactly what they are, just regular old quarters worth 25 cents. They were made in huge numbers, over 600 million from the Philadelphia Mint and over 400 million from the Denver Mint. That's over 1 billion quarters total for that 1 year alone. So if you have a worn 1983 quarter, go ahead and spend it. It's face value. But now we have to start talking about condition. If you have a 1983 quarter that has never been circulated, that is in mint state, then we are starting a different conversation. A coin in mint state condition has no wear, it still has its original luster, it might have some bag marks from being knocked against other coins in the mint bags, but it has never been used to buy a candy bar or a newspaper. A typical uncirculated 1983 quarter in a grade of, say, MS60 to MS63 might be worth between $1 and $3. Not a life-changing amount, but definitely more than 25 cents. If you have a whole roll of them, that could be a nice little find. Now, if you have a coin in higher mint state grades like MS65 or MS66, the value can climb a bit to maybe $5 to $15. Again, not crazy money, but a premium over face value. The real value in the 1983 quarter, and this is the key point for this entire date, comes down to one very specific and very important detail: the striking quality. This is where we talk about the 1983 double die obverse variety. This is the big one, the coin that can turn your 25-cent piece into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A double die occurs when the hub, the positive image used to create the working dies, impresses itself onto the die twice at a slightly different angle. This creates a coin with a distinct doubling effect in the design elements. You are not looking for a coin that is misstruck or that got shifted during the strike. You are looking for a coin that was created from a die that had this doubling error permanently engraved into it. On the 1983 double die, the doubling is most prominent on the inscriptions. Look very carefully at the words "In God We Trust" and the date 1983. You will see a distinct shadow or a doubling, particularly on the bottom of the numbers and the letters. It is not a huge dramatic doubling like on the famous 1955 double die cent. It is more subtle, but it is absolutely clear and identifiable once you know it to look for. This is not machine doubling, which is flat and shelf-like and has no extra value. This is true double die doubling, and it is valuable. So how valuable is a 1983 double die quarter? Well, that depends entirely on its condition. A circulated example, let's say in extra fine condition, might be worth around $150 to $200. A low-end uncirculated example in MS60 to MS63 could be worth $300 to $500. And a high-grade example in MS65 or above can easily be worth over $1,000. Some have sold for much more at auction. So the mission for today is to go through your 1983 quarters very carefully. Do not just glance at them. Get a magnifying glass, get a loupe if you can, and study the date and the motto. Look for that doubling. It is a rare variety, but they're out there and people find them. The other thing to look for is the mint mark. There is no 1983S proof quarter with this doubling, so you are only looking for Philadelphia and Denver Mint coins. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, and the Denver coins have a small D next to Washington's ribbon. So to summarize, your regular worn 1983 quarter is worth 25 cents. Your shiny, uncirculated 1983 quarter is worth a few dollars, maybe up to $15 for a really nice one. And your 1983 double die quarter in any condition is a significant find, worth at least $150 and potentially over $1,000.